The Super Bowl is officially set, with the Patriots and Rams clinching their spot in Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. This is a rematch of Super Bowl 36, which is just baffling considering it's still Bill Belichick and still Tom Brady leading the charge for New England against an entirely different Rams squad. That Rams team was led by the greatest show on turf stalwarts such as Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk, and Torry Holt. That's how long ago it was. The Patriots' run of success is unprecedented, and while I would argue that Brady and Belichick have already clinched their places as the GOATs of their respective professions, another ring would certainly do the trick. The 2 weeks between now and the Super Bowl will feel like an eternity, however, so now feels like a good time to take another look at our mock draft after the conclusion of championship weekend in the NFL. The deadline has passed for underclassmen to declare of the draft, and college all-star games are in full effect as prospects look to maneuver their way up draft boards with a few months remaining until April's NFL draft. The biggest name to enter the projected field is Oklahoma QB Kyler Murray, who appears set to eschew the $4.5 million signing bonus he was given by the Oakland Athletics as a first-round pick in the MLB draft in 2018. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner is one of the draft's most polarizing prospects. Murray is undeniably talented, but his slight stature at a listed 5'10" would make him the shortest QB in the NFL, and the shortest quarterback to ever be taken in the first round of the NFL draft. Since the AFL-NFL merger in 1970, with Dwayne Haskins firmly entrenched as the draft's top signal caller, what happens with the quarterbacks behind him will be one of the most intriguing subplots of the first round. With a lot of uncertainty behind Haskins, we could see some aggressive trades by NFL teams as they look to win the Haskins sweepstakes, as well as teams potentially moving up to draft the intriguing Murray as well. John Gruden's Raiders hold the draft capital with 4 picks inside the first 35 picks, including 3 first-rounders. What they decide to do with those picks will be one of the biggest stories of the draft. With the Super Bowl all that is separating us from the long, dreaded wilderness of the offseason, here's how our projected first round looks at the moment. Page 2, photo by Steven Branscombe, Getty Images. The hiring of former Texas Tech head coach Cliff Kingsbury could throw a wrench into Arizona's draft day plans, particularly with Kyler Murray's decision to declare for the draft. Kingsbury, when interviewed earlier in the season, praised Murray as a unique talent and was quoted as saying that he would select Murray with the No. 1 overall pick if he had the chance. Well, it's funny how things change. Kingsbury now has the opportunity to take Murray, but that doesn't mean that it's likely. Arizona's front office already shot down that prospect, with the Cardinals committing to Josh Rosen, whom the team chose with their first-round pick in the 2018 draft. Nick Bosa is the draft's top overall prospect, and I suspect Arizona would ultimately select him even with a defensive end not being their biggest position of need. They could also be in the market to trade this pick away, with a potential bidding war between the Giants, Jaguars, and potentially a team like Miami or Washington emerging to move up and nab Dwayne Haskins, the draft's top QB in a thin class. Arizona needs a lot of help, particularly on the offensive side of the ball. They need to protect Rosen and surround him with playmakers, but there isn't an offensive prospect who makes sense with the first pick. It's still too early to mock trades, so if the Cardinals stand pat, I expect that they will take the best player available, and barring any big changes over the next couple of months, that player remains Bosa. His injury past is a bit concerning, but he has the tools to become a dominant pass rusher. He could team with Chandler Jones and give Arizona something to build around for the future. Page 3, use your arrows to browse. Photo by Andy Lyons, Getty Images. The 49ers could explore a trade down with a team looking to move up to secure Haskins. If not, I think this pick comes down to 2 players, Kentucky edge rusher Josh Allen and Alabama defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. I've mocked Williams here in the past, but I currently believe the Niners would lean toward Allen, who could ultimately challenge for the number 1 overall pick. Allen put together a dominant senior season in Lexington, accumulating 17 sacks and 21 tackles for loss as he helped Kentucky put together their best season in over 40 years. The Wildcats won 10 games, including a Citrus Bowl win over Penn State. Allen was a consensus All-American and won the Bednarik and Nagurski Awards for his efforts off the edge. San Francisco could be in line for a big bounce-back season in 2019 with Jimmy Garoppolo returning from injury, so they'll be looking for someone who can instantly contribute as a rookie. This draft class isn't flush with elite edge rushing talent, and Allen might represent the only surefire productive pass rusher after Bosa. San Fran ranked tied for 22nd in the NFL in sacks in 2018. Forrest Buckner broke out in his third season, producing 12 sacks, 3 more than he racked up in his first 2 seasons combined. Adding Allen to Buckner could provide the 49ers with a defensive identity as they make a playoff push next season. Use your arrows to browse.